Historien, Jean-Paul Gaultier de Malo de Toilette. I'm 40. I've tried a lot of perfumes. This perfume is almost exclusively, with few exceptions, the one women have vocally complimented. They often ask, "What perfume is that?" and lean into smell or say, "That perfume smells so good." I've gone through about 30 perfumes for men and, through trial and error, I stuck with this one because women go crazy about it. No other perfume has come close for me when it comes to success with women. So I ended up using it exclusively because no other perfume could compete. Based on compliments, this perfume is the apex male perfume. This may be a cultural thing. I don't know if smell has a cultural preference factor. I'm from Norway, Scandinavia. Story 2, Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb. This has been my main one for like a decade now. Still not tired of it. Honorable mention. Jean-Paul Gaultier, Le Male. Gucci guilty. Story 3. Keep in mind while scrolling through all of these suggestions, it also really depends on your body chemistry. What may smell amazing on someone else might smell rancid on you and vice versa. Good luck. Story 4. 1 million Paco Rabanne. I know it's cliche to a lot, but it smells great and receives so many compliments. Spice Bomb Victor and Rolf. Acqua di Giorgio Armani. Cannot go wrong with a classic. The one Dolce & Gabbana. Warning, you only need to spray once. It's overwhelming if you spray more. Story 5. Soap and water. Seriously, get good and clean regularly, and you won't need perfume. Any other recommendation would need to be tailored to an individual's body chemistry. Not every perfume smells great on every skin type. Story 6. I adore Dior Sauvage. I've been using it for 3 years, but it is not suited for the summer. In the summertime, I want something fresh and fruity. I've picked a couple of Valentinos for the summer. Story 7. I found this really handy. If you know what other fragrances you like, this site will recommend similar ones to match. I got my last 2 aftershaves from this site, and they are spot on for my taste. Story 8. Versace. I'm not a luxury brand kind of guy for really anything, but the only thing I buy that is in that category is Versace cologne. They just released a new one for men, and it's great. As they release it during the holidays, I just bought a sample 5-pack of all of their cologne in small sizes. Story 9. My collection in order of preference. Issey Miyake is my usual go-to every day. The rest depend on my mood and where I'm going. Issey Miyake l'Odyssée pour homme. 2. Carolina Herrera 212 Men. 3. Hugo Boss Just Different. 4. Paco Rabanne Black XS. 5. Carolina Herrera 212 Sexy Men. 6. Hugo Boss Dark Blue for summer. 7. Davidoff Cool Water for summer. Story 10. The top 3 comments on this thread. I've had all of them and loved them my entire life. I then discovered Sauvage from Dior and I've worn that one ever since. It's also the one that I got the most compliments about from women. Story 11. If you want something that will make you smell like you have your life together, go with Dior Sauvage. It's fresh but not overpowering, and every time I smell it, I think, yeah, this person's got their act together. It's pretty much a safe bet if you want to smell like $1,000,000 without trying too hard. Story 12. Sephora has a variety pack of cologne samples, which includes 4 to 6 small bottles and a coupon for a free large bottle of your choice. I like L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. Story 13. Ah yes, a rather lesser-known bourbon and oak, Cremo and Polo Blue. Both not that expensive but very fresh-smelling. Then Isha Foundation's perfumes, extracted wildflowers for closer experiences. The Royal one. Then lotions with a sweet, rich tinge to them. Cloud-kissed, devoted creations. Story 14. Really depends on what you're going for. If you want it cheap, do it all that is just clean and fresh. Acqua di Gio and Mont Blanc Explorer are there for you. But anything beyond that will depend on what vibe do you want to give off, how much do you want to spend, what climate do you live in, and what time of the year is it? What's it for? Office, dating, party, the beach, family gathering, sports, casual networking. I have tried probably hundreds by now, and I keep returning to Frederic Malle, which has great, manly, sophisticated scents, but for a hefty price. A cheaper one I really love is Bulgari Aqua. Both the classic and marine versions are great. If attracting women is your goal, Versace Eros, Dior Savage, Bleu de Chanel, Aqua di Gio, Tom Ford Oud Wood, and Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme are a few good ones they are likely to recognize. Personally, I have had the most success with French Lover by Frederic Malle, but again, it may not be your price range, and most women will like it rather than recognize it. If you tell me what you are going for exactly, maybe I can give you a few pointers. Story 15. If you want more information than you'd ever know what to do with, visit the subreddit on fragrance. If you just want one go anywhere do anything fragrance, I don't think you could go wrong with Yves Saint Laurent y Eau de Parfum. Story 16. I used to have quite a lot and sampled around 100 different ones from both designer and expensive niche brands. Amouage Reflection Man and Creed Green Irish Tweed are the two I ended up loving the most, and I rarely use anything else anymore. Both are really expensive, though. Story 17. Comme des garçons deux. I bought it as part of a 5-pack to test Comme des garçons scents, and I received many compliments. Usually, women ask me about my scent because they want to buy it for themselves. Story 18. Something that fits you. I really like État Libre d'Orange scents, and their testers are incredible. Get a few or the whole discovery kit. Try them out by yourself and get opinions from other people. What smells good on you and fits your style? Go for a signature scent, or maybe you figure out that there are a few you really like and start matching those to your outfits. I wear enough distinct styles and outfits that matching my scents to those makes sense. Matching a very masculine outfit with a masculine scent like the clean suede or a more alternative outfit with something more femme. Either way, actually trying several different perfumes and trying to match them to your style with input from others will set you apart in a very good way. Story 19. For everyday wear, the one that got the most compliments is by Bentley. It's affordable and genuinely smells good. It has a short lifespan, but you can't expect much else at this price point. Wildly surprised by this one. Tom Ford Amber Leather gets a lot of compliments. For a certain crowd or special night, Iami Special is good, if a bit heavy. Avoid Savage and Creed. Everyone and their granddad wears it. It's basically a more expensive Lynx Africa at this point. Story 20. I prefer lighter smells myself, so I usually go for Eau de Toilette. Hugo Boss Tonic has been complimented the most. A spray or two on your hair once styled, and then spray your hand twice, rub hands together, and rub behind ears, cheeks, and neck. Once is enough for most of the day. I found the smell stays longest on hair. Mont Blanc Explorer Eau de Toilette is also a great one. I prefer it over the Explorer Cologne. Edit, addition. Story 21. Well, I'm going to be the one to offer something different. All these fragrances listed in the comments smell great. Britney Spears, Believe. Vera Wing, Princess. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Women's. Story 22. Although many of these recommendations are well-loved and designed to be widely appealing, you need to find what you like, the type of fragrance that suits your style, and the occasions and places where you will wear it. Search for Fragrance Wheel to highlight the different types of fragrances available. You may be able to tell just by looking which types of scents you enjoy. It can be a little awkward, but it's worth asking people what they are wearing if you smell a fragrance you like on them. This is how I've found some of my favorites. I'd recommend a trip to a department store with a decent-sized perfume section. Go around and smell a few. This will help you start building a picture of the types of fragrances you like. Fragrances also come in 3 gender recommendations: male, female, and unisex. These aren't strict boundaries, though. If you like a woman's perfume and feel you can wear it, then go for it. Then there are 4 price points. 1. Niche. These tend to be found in high-end department stores in the United Kingdom. Examples would be Harrods, Selfridges, Liberty. Some larger John Lewis stores have a limited selection. They tend to be from fragrance houses you likely haven't heard of. They cater to wealth and are often uniquely scented, made with high-end ingredients, come in fancy bottles, and cost a lot, usually over £150. Designer. Think Dior, Guerlain, Yves Saint Laurent, Chanel, Versace. These will be found in most department stores, some supermarkets and pharmacies. These are often widely appealing, and you have likely smelled them on others. They are cheaper than niche but still fairly expensive, often between 70 to 150 pounds. Part of the appeal is the brand name itself. Cheapy, think discount stores and supermarkets. These are often fairly weak, imitating designer fragrances and coming in fairly plain bottles. The quality of the atomizer probably isn't great, and you may find it doesn't last. They tend to be made with the cheapest aroma chemicals, no natural oils, and are often not great in quality. 5 to 30 pounds a bottle. However, you can find some hidden gems here too, though it's not very likely. Clone. These houses essentially try and replicate designer or niche fragrances. Some do a really good job, making it hard to tell the difference, while others aren't great. If you search for fragrance clones on YouTube, you can find some good review channels. The Arabian houses tend to be the best, such as Al Haramain, Armaf, Latafa, etc. This is the route I like if I want to wear a fragrance a lot. Rather than using lots of expensive bottles, I will go through cheaper ones and wear them daily. These often come in gaudy bottles but with a decent atomizer. Remember, no one smelling you on the street knows what the bottle on your shelf looks like. Prices vary depending on the popularity of the clone or the fragrance it's copying, how new it is, and the house that's selling it. Prices can vary between 12 to 70 pounds. Check out Gent Sense on YouTube. He's pretty good with reviews of all the above types of fragrances. Hope you found this helpful. Story 23. If you feel flush, the best of luxury men's perfume is Serge Lutens. The ones I really like are La Religieuse, Gris Clair, and A la Nuit. Story 24. Not a recommendation for a single cologne, but rather buy several if you can. Wearing the same thing every day leads to nose blindness for that scent to some degree, in my opinion. Then you tend to wear more to compensate, which is bad. Rotating them helps with that. Story 25. Either Calvin Klein Euphoria or Davidoff Cool Water. The Calvin Klein is a fruitier, more formal cologne, and the Davidoff is a summer warm weather cologne. Story 26. Australia's most respected perfume expert says that Dior Sauvage is his favorite, and it is very good. I'm personally fond of Chanel Pour Monsieur. It's subtle, but really fantastic. Citrus, leather, and wood. Story 27. Reminder that different perfumes smell differently combined with your natural scent. So even a scent you like might not work for you. Trial and error is the way to go. You can buy samples of perfumes and try them before committing to a $100 purchase. Story 28. Mont Blanc Presence. Sexual Michel Germain. Sexual Secret Michel Germain. Sexual Paris Tendre Michel Germain. Sexuel Noir Michel Germain. Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male and Ultra Male. Bad Boy Carolina Herrera. Story 29. There is a company in the United Kingdom called Noted Aromas. They take inspiration from classic designer fragrances and create their own much cheaper versions. I have a 50 milliliter bottle which costs 20 pounds of Rome, which is inspired by Creed Aventus. For the price, nothing beats it. Story 30. Okay, this one's super specific, but if you ever go to Dubai, just beside the gold market is the perfume and Itra market. They sell the most amazing scents for really cheap. Like my dad uses this one which smells absolutely heavenly, lasts long, and was about $6 to $7. The most expensive bottle we bought was $20, and it's got an amazing fragrance that lasts over 12 hours. We bought at least 8 to 9 bottles of perfume, and my only regret is that we didn't buy more. Story 31. Armaf, Code de Nuit Intense Manneau de Toilette. Very affordable, most versatile, most complimented fragrance in my collection. I have gone through probably 6 bottles over the past 6 years. I would highly recommend sticking to the Eau de Toilette version. Overall, it is the best out of the bunch. Story 32. Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male does seem to hit a sweet spot for many, but scents like Paco Rabanne's 1 Million or Yves Saint Laurent Louisiana Nuit de l'Homme might be worth exploring too. Story 33. I'm sticking with Burberry London. I've also bought several bottles from Penhaligon's of London, 2 of which are technically women's cologne, but they work on me. I'm an older gay man, so I don't care who the scent is marketed to. If it works on me, I get some. Story 34. I think there is not one perfume to recommend. For daily office, Prada, Acqua di Gio Profumo. For summer fresh, Louis Vuitton Imagination, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. Fort que des températures, Dior Intense, Tom Fort de Noir Extrême. My absolute favorite is Louis Vuitton Imagination. Story 35. Zara Tobacco Collection. Rich, warm, addictive. I've sworn by it for years. Story 36. Versace Man. In the clear blue bottle. About $40 for a fairly large bottle. And it's one of the higher-end fragrances for cheap. I always get compliments on it, and my wife loves it. Story 37. I love the Gucci stuff. Honestly, though, it's all totally subjective as we all have our own unique smell. What smells great on me might not work for you. Story 38. Amouage Boundless. It might sound a bit extravagant, but this is honestly the best perfume I have. My wife got it for me years ago for Christmas. It's an expensive investment for sure, but it will probably last a lifetime at the rate I use it, only for fancy events and such. I spray it on after a shower, and it has a wonderful woody smell that lasts and lasts. Highly recommended. Story 39. Invictus, the classic one. I have gotten countless positive comments on the aroma from women of all ages. It's not top of the range, but my girlfriend can't resist it. Story 40. I'll let you in on a crazy secret, but the green and blue body spray has got me the most compliments, and it's like $6 to $7 per bottle. I say try it for a few weeks. At the end of the day, it's not over $50 like some of these colognes. It has a bad reputation from the over-sexualized commercials from the 2000s, but I swear by them and don't have to overspend to smell fresh all day. Story 41. Burberry Touch literally got me laid in college. Sort of ozonic and electric. But the current formulation is different. Lemon Sight by Louis Vuitton is a work of art but absurdly expensive. Still, the blend is noticeably high quality. Carolina Herrera creates a couple of different and elegant scents. Terra de Hermes is very nice too. I'm still looking for an inoffensive tobacco vanilla scent and a green marine scent.